What's up, guys? As you guys just saw, we had squats. I hit a top triple with 380 and then did back downs with 347. The top triple felt really good, especially light on my back. Usually I can tell I'm gonna have a good squat session if the bar feels light on my back. And then back downs, it felt a little awkward just because I'm using my inzers. This is the first day that I'm using my inzers. I've been training with like a less stiff sleeve, and I kind of want to keep that trend up where I'm only using my inzers on like my top set days, just to kind of not really rely on them as like a training crutch. But squats move really well. Right now I'm really just trying to compare what my week 2 was compared to last block. So last block I had 375 for my top triple and then 341 for my back downs. So we're only about 5 to 6 pounds above that for today, which is kind of where we want to be right now. We're still very early on in the block, only week 2. But right now we got bench, as you guys saw in the first clip, I'm warming up. But today's video I want to talk about just improving your bench press and kind of like the things that I think about as I'm benching. What's weird is like when I warm up for bench, especially if I'm doing like a top set, I kind of like to tempo my warm-ups leading up to that, just because I like to get a real feel of the weight and make sure that my muscles are all firing as they should be. And that honestly has improved my bench the most, is by doing tempos on my warm-up. I've also incorporated tempos a lot more in my training. I'm doing tempos, I think, twice a week. Obviously not counting warm-ups because they're only warm-ups, but I have 2 variation days where I'm doing tempos. And today I just want to cover, some cues, some techniques that you can incorporate into your training if you're, want to improve your bench press, or maybe you hit a plateau and you want to try different stuff, maybe some technical tweaks. So we're going to get into that right now. So let's go. So as you guys saw in that warm-up, what I'm doing is I'm setting my feet right where the leg of the bench is, and that's like kind of the landmark that I always follow, no matter like what gym I'm at or what bench I'm using. That's like where I know to put my feet always. And as I do that, I'll place my hand on the bar. I use a max width grip, which I believe is like 81 or 83 centimeters. And I also use a bulldog style grip. If you guys don't know what bulldog is, basically you're holding the bar very low in the palm, kind of with an open thumb, and you're applying pressure to the bar with your fingers. So I'm benching like this. From the head view, it kind of looks weird, almost like I'm not really holding the bar, but and so I grip the bar, and then what I do is I bring my entire body back, dig my neck and back into the bench as I drive with my legs and applying pressure in my toes back into the bench to kind of set up that arch and get my legs tight and my back tight. And what that's going to do is it's going to eliminate some range of motion by creating a bigger arch, as well as retract my shoulder blades and keep my shoulders in a safe resting position. Also, with this style of bench press, I'm really utilizing and emphasizing my legs as much as possible. As you guys see, sometimes my like my hips will jerk. That's me just really pressing my back into the bench with my legs and kind of retracting my scapula even more. Sometimes I'll do that, like if I have a long working set, like 5+ reps, I'll do that. And what that's doing is basically just emphasizing my arch. Because as you guys know, if you continue pressing, your arch will deplete just a little. It will decrease in its height. So that's why I do that. And a good cue that I like to use is applying as much pressure as I can throughout my toes. I believe it was I think it was Sean Noriega that talked about this, where you really want to drive your feet into the floor as you set up your arch, and that's what I've been utilizing for the last couple months, and especially with my last prep for my meet, and it's helped out tremendously. I feel like my back and my legs have been the tightest and have created the most tension that they have been with all my previous techniques in the past. And yeah, we're gonna hit another. Probably gonna do one more warm-up set and then jump to a top triple. We have a top triple today at 7. I'm thinking around 275 should feel about a 7. Like I said, I was doing tempos for my warm-ups and they felt really good. So yeah, let's get into that. As you guys just saw, we hit the top triple with 275. I think it moved really well. I haven't had any like heavy bench since my meet, so it did feel a little weird, especially a little heavy coming off the chest. But like I said, that's just because, you know, this is the first semi-heavy bench day since, you know, my last competition last month. Moving forward, I think we got, it should be 259, I believe. We got a 3x5. As you guys have seen in my bench clips and what I'll be doing also in this set is when I'm benching, I'm keeping my joints stacked. And what I mean by that is I'm keeping my elbow aligned with my wrist, and I'm keeping those two joints directly under the bar. And the reason why I do this is because it will allow you to be in the most powerful position while you're pressing. If you think about it, if we're to, I know not too long ago everyone was telling you, you know, you have to tuck while you're benching. You always have to tuck your elbows while you're benching. You want to be tight. You want to, you know, tuck them back into your lats. And yes, we are still using our lats as we press off of our chest, but with a more flared elbow style or flared arm style bench press, we're able to, whatever energy we're exerting is being driven into the bar as we're pressing up. So if I'm tucking my elbows, as you can see, tight into my armpits, my lats, as I drive up, I'm still gonna have to flare. But if I'm already flared, any motion that I do pressing up, the bar will still continue to move upwards. And that is the reason why I believe that pressing with you know, a flared elbow style or a stacked joint style will be most optimal for you know, in the long run, you know, increasing weight, and will allow you to bench the most weight as opposed to tucking the elbows in and using that style of bench press. But anyway, we have 259 for 3x5, and yeah, let's see how this goes. So that wraps up our bench session. Oddly enough, the last set felt the best and moved the best. Hopefully you guys take something from that. Hopefully I explained it in a way that is easy to understand. I know that bench is probably, in my opinion, the most technical lift, just because it involves a lot of different muscle groups working at the same time. But like I said, hopefully you guys took something from this video. Let me know if you guys want me to make any more tip videos or technique videos, maybe for the squat or the deadlift. That wraps up the workout. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. All right, peace.